Everybody right now is chasing the next meme coin, the next 10x, the next 100x. But what if the next breakout isn't even a meme coin at all? What if it's something most people don't understand yet? Something sitting right in front of everyone, but only a few are actually paying attention to. Because this project right here, TIG, the innovation game, might be one of the most misunderstood opportunities in crypto right now. And today I'm going to break it down in the simplest way possible. What it is, why it's moving right now, what the charts are actually showing, and most importantly, whether you're early or already too late. So make sure you stay until the end, because there's one detail most people completely ignore that could change how you see this entire project. Let's get into it. First of all, what even is TIG? Because if you look at it quickly, it just looks like another random token on Base, but it's not. TIG is trying to turn algorithm development into a competitive, reward-based system. Think about it like this. Instead of just mining crypto or staking tokens, people on TIG are competing to build better algorithms, better systems, better optimization, better solutions to complex problems. And the best ones, they get rewarded. So instead of just buy and hope it goes up, this is more like build something smarter and get paid for it. Now, whether that fully works long term is still up for debate. But here's the key thing. Narrative drives crypto. And right now, AI, optimization, infrastructure, that's exactly where attention is going. And when attention meets momentum, that's when things can move fast. Now let's talk about the charts, because this is where most people get completely lost. They open Dex Screener, they see one chart, and they think they understand what's going on. But if you actually look properly, there are 3 charts for TIG. And this is extremely important, because each one tells a different part of the story. The first chart, TIG paired with WETH on Uniswap. This is what I call the early game chart. This is where the first buyers entered, the early believers, the high-risk players. And if you look at it, you see a massive spike, then a long bleed, then months of sideways movement. That is classic crypto behavior. Hype, sell-off, accumulation. And now, it's starting to curl back up again. That's your first signal. Now the second chart, TIG paired with WETH on Aerodrome. Same token, different pool, different environment. This is where more liquidity starts coming in. More traders, more structure, more serious money. And here, the trend looks much cleaner. And recently, we're seeing a strong breakout. Higher highs, increasing volume, momentum building fast. This is what I call the momentum phase. But the third chart, this is the one most people misunderstand. TIG paired with USDC on Aerodrome. Now listen carefully, because this is where a lot of people get confused. USDC is a stablecoin. TIG is not. So what you're actually looking at here is TIG priced in something stable, which means this chart shows you the real value without extra noise. On ETH pairs, both TIG and ETH are moving, so sometimes the chart looks messy. But on USDC, only TIG moves, which makes this the cleanest chart, the easiest to read, and the most important for understanding what's really happening. Now if you zoom out, at first glance, it might look flat, almost like a stablecoin, but that's not what's happening. What you're actually seeing is a long accumulation phase, low volatility, low attention, low volume. And now that phase is ending, because if you look at the recent price action, you can clearly see a breakout. Volume is increasing, price is pushing up, and momentum is building. And when a token starts moving like this on a USDC pair, that usually means one thing: real capital is entering. Not just traders flipping ETH pairs, but actual money positioning. And here's the crazy part. All 3 charts are now telling the same story. That almost never happens by accident. So what does that mean? It means TIG is transitioning from early speculation into real market attention. And that's where things can get explosive. But, and this is important, let's talk about the indicators, because right now, this thing is hot. RSI is sitting around the 80s. That's overbought. MACD is pushing strong upward momentum. That means short term, this move is extended. So what usually happens next? A pullback, or at least some consolidation. And this is where most people lose money. They see the breakout, they FOMO in, and then they panic when price dips. But smart money, they wait. They wait for structure. They wait for confirmation. Because the real goal is not catching the pump, it's catching the trend. Now let's talk about potential, because this is what everyone actually cares about. Can this still go higher? The answer is yes, but not in a straight line. If TIG continues gaining attention, if the AI narrative stays strong, if more developers actually use the platform, then this can absolutely push higher. And remember, it has already reached much higher levels before. So structurally, there is room. But here's the other side. This is not guaranteed. This project is ambitious, very ambitious. It's trying to create a market for algorithms. That requires real adoption, real usage, real demand. And if that doesn't happen, then this becomes just another narrative play. And narratives don't last forever. So you need to understand both sides. This is not just hype, but it's also not fully proven yet. Now let's talk strategy, because this is where people either win or get destroyed. If you're looking at TIG right now, you have two options. You chase the breakout, high risk, high reward, but also highest chance of buying the top. Or you wait. You let the price cool down, you watch how it reacts, you enter with more control. Lower risk, but maybe less upside. That's the trade-off. There is no perfect entry, only smarter decisions. And one more thing you need to remember, there are still uncertainties. Different platforms show different circulating supply numbers. That affects market cap, that affects valuation. And on top of that, some tools are still flagging contract-related risks. Now that doesn't mean it's bad, but it does mean you should not go all in blindly. Always manage your risk, always. Now zoom out for a second, because this is where the real opportunity is. Crypto moves in cycles, narratives rotate, and right now, AI, infrastructure, utility-driven projects are starting to gain attention again. TIG fits perfectly into that narrative. It's not trying to be funny. It's not trying to go viral. It's trying to be useful. And if the market starts rewarding that again, projects like this can move fast. But timing matters. Right now, we are early in the breakout, but not early in the discovery phase. That's the honest truth. So the real question is not, is this going to pump? The real question is, are you entering at the right time? Because that's what determines profit. So here's the bottom line. TIG is not your typical meme coin. It's a high risk, high upside, narrative-driven project with real technical ambition behind it. The charts are aligning, momentum is strong, but short term, it's overheated. So if you're smart, you don't chase blindly. You plan, you wait, you execute. And if this project continues building, continues attracting attention, and continues delivering, then yes, this could be one of those projects people look back at and say, I wish I paid attention earlier. But until then, stay sharp, stay patient, and don't let hype make your decisions for you. Because in this market, the winners aren't the fastest, they're the ones who think.